Hello everyone, and welcome back to Zarku Tries. Today we are trying a game called Lumo. This promises to be an isometric platformer that harks back to the good old days of those. We shall see what it looks like. We found it on sale on the Switch e-store, and like always I love to try those little inexpensive games. Oh, we get to select the game type. Aha, old school, finite lives, no map, no save game, play against the clock since 1985. We're going to play adventure, mostly because I just kind of want to have a relaxed game. Please select a character. Selection. Okay, that's pretty easy. Let's see what the other ones do. Test selection. Ah, that's tricky. No, I don't like that. Alright, that's the left one. These feel very old school. That's interesting. And this, once again, is kind of old school. Yeah, no, we're going to do the middle one. We're going to do this up is up, down is down. Kind of. Just pure. This might be a little more modern than what they were thinking about. But this feels more right compared to... because it's more what I'm used to. Alright. Yeah, that definitely feels more what I'm used to nowadays. Which is very weird. I didn't actually play a whole lot of isometric platformers back in the day. Man, you gotta get your run cycles, guys. Also, his arms feel way too long when he's running. Like, can I leave? Can I just leave? Nope, okay. But you gotta get your run cycles better. Can't talk. I don't have interact. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, going up here. Oh. That guy. Oh, I'm being pulled into a video game. Alright. Pretty basic start. We're trotting it up. Or maybe Captain N. I'm gonna go with Captain N because a lot of people don't remember that game. Oh, show, I guess. Ah, I'm pink. Alright, that's what I get for story. Cool. I like when it just drops me into a game. First room cleared. I'm so good at this game. I can't even jump yet. I can walk, though. I can walk. Okay, it wants me to go left. I can't get the book. Okay. My little hops. I can rotate the camera a little bit using the bumpers just to kind of see. But I'm just kind of making my way around the trap rings. Haha! I'm too good for you, traps. There's a ducky there. I know there's an achievement involving the ducks, which I can't get the duck yet. Boing, 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 boing. Boing, 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 boing. Look. Boing, 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 boing. That boinging is actually really cute. Boing. Boing, 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 boing. Boing, 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 boing. Ah, it's falling. I'm gonna guess I'm gonna have to come back through here with an ability. Okay, so jumping doesn't seem to carry momentum, which is interesting. So when I jump, I pause in the air. Timing these puzzles. Old schooly goodness. Green thingy. How do I get you, green thingy? Wait, there's a button. I saw a button. I saw the button. It's going to teach me how to jump. Don't forget to jump. Jump. It is going to teach me how to jump. I'm going to learn jumping magic. What happens if I fall in the water? I die. But I can make jumps now. Might have to come back for this. What's on this? So I have infinite lives. I can experiment a little. Something's glowing here, and I don't know what it is. There Metroidvania style things in this game. That would be neat if I have to come back. Like, that would make this game very interesting. Boing. Boing. Like, if I get the ability to walk on those. Oh, this is if I remember. Lumo. Oh, I get my book. Oh, I can only save and quit. I can't continue. Very Zelda-esque. Okay, I need the key to go in there. Means I need to go in this door, which probably would have stopped my progress. Yep. Can I push brown boxes? Yes, I can. Brown boxes I can push. Because they're light and don't have iron bars on them. I can miss my jump. JR plus BD was here. Huh. Alright. Miss. Miss. Use your shadow. I thought I jumped. Can I not jump over these? I can jump. It just didn't want to let me right away. Oh, there's exploration. I like exploration in games. I'm a big fan of that. I'm glad this is not just a linear path following rooms. I was kind of afraid this was just going to be linear puzzles. The fact that I get to explore and figure out where I'm going. Oh, what's that? It's a cassette. So, for anyone young watching it, that's called a cassette tape. Fall damage? Nope. Cool. Can I just... Nope. I was wondering if I could just jump over the middle thing. Yeah, so glad I didn't take the timed or the other thing. You have to experiment on your first playthrough of these. This game is really neat. Now that I'm in the actual game, the movement feels much better. Let's go down. What's this? Do I store? I have a stored box. Oh, select brings up a map. I can put boxes places. Can I bring them? No. Okay, so this is teaching me So I jump off of it and then re-jump to put it places. Okay, so that's how that mechanic works. So that's an interesting mechanic. I jump off of it to pick it up. Okay, so I must have to push this over here. I like block puzzles. I know I'm weird. I've always liked block puzzles. It's here. Okay, so these are death, right? Yeah, okay. You just have to figure out to make sure those are death. You just have to do that once. So what is that? Are you? No. Okay, and that was important to learn, if that didn't fully reset the room. Go this way first. So where am I? So, we learned the lesson. We don't fully reset rooms when we die. Hey, it's an elevator. We're going to go back and not take the elevator yet. I want to see what else is in this little side room. Hop over that. I want to see what's in this little door first. See if there's anything else to get down here. Toilet. So apparently I need a wrench to fix this. So if I can get a wrench, I can come back here and fix this up. I'm surprisingly liking this so far. I was like, oh, this is going to be like 40 levels of just little platforms. But so far, this is like really intriguing me. I get to actually go around and solve puzzles. This is a bit of a Metroidvania, which is not something I was expecting. Also, it's got pretty good music. Why is there a robot? Oh, hey, the wrench. Okay, what happens if the robot sees me? Robot kills me. Got it. What happens if I jump up here? Those toasters kill me. Got it. we just have to learn these things. These are things we have to learn because it's meant to be learned in simple things like that. So maybe not quite as Metroidvania as I was thinking it might be. But I mean, still, we had to go to a different room to get it. Maybe they're just introducing those elements a little early. A little bit at a time. Okay, push it in either direction. No, it's just I have to push it in this direction. There we go. What are we getting? We're getting boxes made. Aha! That's letting us... Okay, so that is kind of like we had to come here to open up that path in the other room. Death? Yup. 1, 2... We learned a lesson about Steam, guys. Steam kills you. And now we just open up the other door by doing this little block puzzle here. And we can jump up here, go through this door, then we go this way, which is where we were before, with the teddy bear. I want the teddy bear. Which is where we couldn't get before, and now it's full of steam. So there's got to be going to get something down here. Like, there's got to be an ability we're getting or something like that to help us progress further in the other parts of the mansion. Oh, this is deadly. There's gonna go. Wow, this is a hard little jumping puzzle. Good. Did it! Was this just to get back up? Because now that I turned the machine on? Was the whole point of going down there to turn the machine on? That might be what I had to do. Oh, no. I needed the key. I forgot all about the key. Oh my gosh, it's a box that loves me. I want a box, Chan, now. And I never went this way. Spikes. Spikes. Oh. This is the map for up here. Okay. I said jump, but it didn't jump. I did it again. Okay, the jumping could be a little more responsive. There's like no forgiveness time for falling off stuff. You really have to pre-jump. Key. Come here, loving box. How do I get you up here? Let's see. I think I have everything I'm supposed to have for this. What didn't I learn about the box that I'm supposed to know? Can you follow me out of rooms? No. Is there a path I didn't go? Got that. Okay, I don't know what's up there yet. That's a question mark. So I got the key from here. There was nothing else I was supposed to do here. I got everything from down below. Right. Oops, those just fall after a time. Okay. I thought they were jump off puzzles. And I went down below, which goes up that way. Oh, was there a direction I didn't go up there? That's blocked. I'm probably missing something really obvious and everyone watching this video is screaming at me. Alright, so. I got the key. I can't. Oh, am I supposed to go over here? I wonder if this is what I'm supposed to do. Come here. Come here. Hey, Lovey. Love box, come here. This is love box, come here. That's what I'm supposed to do. I am dumb. Come here. I'm like, wait, I have an idea. Come here. I figured it out. No, I'm just dumb. Gigantic. Holy hoppus. Take your brain to another dimension. Pay close attention. I got one memory card. What? Ducky. So I don't know how I'm supposed to get the ducks. Is that going to tell me something? Okay, guys, I may have to turn my volume up a little, so you might hear double. I can't quite hear these audios. Do I just not have long enough of a jump? So that's wrong, 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 right. Wrong. Right, right, right. Wrong, 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 wrong. All right. I just not doing it fast. I just wasn't doing it fast enough. Okay. I have no idea actually what solved that puzzle. Got the map? Okay, I got the map for the area. My cat found that musical puzzle very interesting now. Okay, those little icicle things are probably death, because everything is death in this game. I thought I was on that. I don't like the lag after respawning. I always feel like I'm missing something in one of these rooms. Alright, room. Where are we going? Okay, we can go past that door to another door. There's fire on this door, which worries me. I'm a little worried about this room. Oh, cassette tape. Shouldn't have been worried. I want the donuts. Can I have the donuts? I want donuts. Though, who lit the candles? Was it the robot? Why does the robot need candles? I feel like the robot does not need candles. Oh, Oh, new mechanic. Fan. You know, like, there's a lot of weapons in this area, and that worries me a little. I'm not going for the ducks. Alright. Do the thing. Alright. New mechanic? Jumping does nothing. Okay. New mechanic. Rolly balls. Switch. Turn on fan. Go up ladder. Alright. Interesting. So we've got a jumpy block plus fan to get me over here. Get me over here. Plus jumpy block to get across. Nope. Get me up there. Fan. It's like, fan, I know you can get me up here. I thought I would be able to make this jump. Fan puts me... Okay, the only way I can go is up onto this thingy. Come on, fan. Come on, fan. Bounce me up. Cast hold A, that gets me higher. Where did I put the box of the fan? Okay. I just have to put it really far over. Wow. Auto push me off? Nope. Oh, there's a middle thing. I thought for sure that there was not, that was against the edge. Timing-based puzzles, guys. There's a lot of waiting in timing-based puzzles. So game design. That's a rope. Oh, clean me. I get it. Am I cleaning the water to make it not deadly? Oh, I'm putting bubbles in the water. That's fun. So game designers out there who are looking for little tips, if you ever happen to see this video, timing-based puzzles are not hard. Like this puzzle right here, this is not hard. There's no difficulty to this right here. It's just time-consuming. I just have to wait. You're just artificially extending the length of your game by making me wait right there. This puzzle was interesting because I had to actually figure out I also had to figure out that if I hold A on the fan, I go higher. That was interesting. I had to learn about it. You know, moving around on these balls. Give me more of this. This is kind of neat. Because it inverts my control scheme. Like, this one is interesting. I'm not sure what I have to do here. Except for that, probably. And then make this jump, and then make this jump. That's kind of neat. Like, that had a really short duration between them. Oh, wow, those pop really fast. Oh, they bounce. Like, that's fun. Ah, there's a fan there. Like this stuff is neat. But timing based where I have to wait for a fan, not all that neat. Because it just artificially lengthens the game, like I said. Sound puzzles seem good in theory. Oh, there's things there. So I don't know how I'm supposed to get those. I really don't. That's a tough jump. But... oh, this is gonna be fun. Do I have to hold A to bounce? I do have to hold A to bounce. Oops. Oh, I did it. That was really fun, right there. Oh, see, this kind of stuff, because I assume if I walk off this, we sink. Right? Yeah. Okay, this is a neat little room. Oops. Because I have to do, like, actual movement with the ball that has physics on it. I also have grown to like these little in-between rooms. They'll give you just enough of a breath before your next puzzle. We know that these sink from that other room. And we can bounce on this going up. Alright. Okay, I can't make that jump. So now I have to time this from here. Oops. That's to get the duck, I bet. Alright. So I have to time it from the box to this. Whoops, that doesn't all last long. I am so glad I have infinite lives. This would be so hard. I would have had game overs by now so many times. Yes, that's just map. And what we know is we can just reset like that after the map. See, learning is important, friends. Learning is important. Spikes. So these are, like, actually pretty hard to get over. Because the way the jump button works. Like, you can't... Like, jumping is kind of sticky in this game. This is our first zoomed out room. This is interesting. And I don't know what that means. I'm gonna guess that this is going to be water level puzzles later on. We know that these do sink. Well, you jerk. You move. They move slowly. Thought I had that jump. These move just slowly enough to be annoying. Boop. Oh, it's a teleporter. Okay. Wait, is it doing something special? This game is really intriguing me so far. I'm like, there's a map up there. I got the map. Alright, so there's a long passageway to the right and then a loop that looks like an elevator to the left. So we're gonna go to the right first. Because this looks like a loop. Yeah, this looks like what we have to do first. It's like I'm learning. Well, this looks fun. What do we got? Can I rotate this? What do I do? Neat. That was enjoyable. I have a locked door here, though. So that's my loop around locked door. Oh, I'm gonna have to time that. That's tough. Okay, so I gotta get on this one. And now go. Nope. Some of these timing ones are tricky. These cycle-based. Okay, so cycle-based are good if they're not too long. Okay, so I can't... I get down on the edge here. So I actually can't go in there. Alright, that's interesting. But I got to shoot the little cannon thing, which made me happy. Those are death spikes. Gotta walk around that. Let's go this way first. No, I never tried jumping over. Oh yeah, I had. Alright, this is the new room. What's here? There's a switch there. Oop. Oop. Of course. There's like one other room. Alright. Unfortunately, this is a pretty... Yeah. I was about to say this is easy. And then I walk into those. I need to just stop talking sometimes. Like, why do I even speak? I don't know. I'm glad I chose the pink because I can clearly see my character, which is sometimes a problem in these games. Jump. Jump. Yeah. Jump. Oh. It's gonna be one of these. It's gonna be one of these days, guys. You know, and I'm glad we're getting close to our time, and I'm glad this is going to be one of those ones. Because, so... This is one of those times where I'm like, hey, developers, you're putting a fail mechanic in a game that doesn't have a fail mechanic right here. This is both kind of good and kind of bad. And this is a frustration mechanic. And when you give me an adventure mode, don't put a frustration mechanic in your game. This is actually what the beginning of the game should have been, rather than death. For those people who wanted to play, like normal, having a fall mechanic. How am I supposed to do that? That doesn't involve death right away. Is, oh, I have to climb back up. I mean, sure, this is kind of a, starting with this long of a waiting style timing puzzle is not the best. The getting back up should be a little easier than this. So one of the reasons stuff like Super Meat Boy is so successful is how easy it is to get back in after you fail. There we go. That one's success. How fast did that pull me? Okay. Pretty quick. This is gonna be a jump one, right? That goes in there. Oh, okay. So at least they bring me back with an elevator up here now. Alright, so that was at least kind of them, once you finish that little, like, almost mini-boss section. I was expecting there to be. Hey, look, Donkey Kong. Alright, well, I know how to do this one. You always stand on top of them. And we're going to be setting up more... Yep, we're going to lower the water. That's what I expected. One level? Yep, one level. And back to a teleporter. I like the fact that they're not just telling me everything. Oh. This is fun. More rooms like this. Alright, I didn't like the fact that they, by default, made me miss the cycle. Like, I just wasn't fast enough, and they made me wait. Like, they did not give you enough time to hit the cycle. Do I have to keep up with it? Yes. Okay. That's tricky. Oh. That's also really tricky because the cycle does not reset when you die. Like, again, I feel like they've been doing pretty good at teaching you things leading into it. This is one that's like, oh, they probably could have given you an easier pattern, like a back and forth, really small one to teach you about how the ball handles on a moving platform. Which they really hadn't yet. Okay, now we just gotta jump over this. That's tricky. But overall, they've been doing pretty good at teaching you mechanics. Another teleporter. I was totally wrong about there being Metroidvania. But it doesn't feel levels. Spiders. Okay, that's gonna take me up. Let's not do that yet. Let's go straight, just in case this is where the map is. This is where the map is. Nice. Haha. More waiting. Okay, so biggest criticism of the game so far is there's a lot of waiting. Like, there's a lot of waiting for cycles, a lot of waiting for stuff. And I feel like that's to pad out the length of the game. It's fun. I really do enjoy it. Like, why is that so far up? Probably to show you that there is more up, maybe. Yeah, it was probably to show you that it goes up further. Which is where I'm actually going first. I don't know what I'm going to get in this. Oh, I get to unlock the big ball. Good job going here first. I'm much smart. This way. Walk this way. Send this one through. Unlock the other one. Unlock the big ball. Unlock the puzzle. Cool. Unlock the giant door. Cool. Alright, so that's actually what I needed to do. Let's go in here, see what's in here. Ah, this was showing me that I needed to do something above. Alright, cool. I like the fact that it was a real room. Yeah, and this game's pretty neat. I do enjoy... Well, this one's terrifying. When the one trolls me. There's the troll. Right there. I'm like, when the one trolls me and turns the other direction, I'm going to die. What? Okay, this is a lot easier than it looked. My years of playing Mega Man had prepared me for that. Like, that was a really easy last room. No, wrong way. Bringing the water down all the way. Yeah, that was just a basic Mega Man disappearing puzzle, but giving me more time. Jump. Yep. They had to be spiked, didn't they? These are like the worst things to jump over. Gotta get my hat. That's kind of neat. That was like the first time we've had something like that happen. Oh, this is fun. This is kind of clever. Just gonna pick it up with a magnet. Alright, this is... Ooh, I went too fast. This is really clever. I like this. That's a... printer cartridge? Oh, I know what that is, and I can't remember. Like, my memory is failing me. This is to get back, I bet. I'm gonna use this to get back. Oh, nope, we are gonna go forward. I like that we're basically fixing the program from the inside. Let's go down. To right here. Alright guys, we're gonna wrap it here. Thank you for checking out my Let's Try of Lumo. Overall, this game is really cute, and I really liked it. I was very surprised at how endearing this game is, and I'm about probably a little under halfway through. It's not a long game at all. If you're going for the ducks, which I'm still not even sure how to actually get, it's probably much more difficult, especially if you're doing it in classic mode rather than adventure mode. I would love to see somebody speedrun this game, because that would show some real skill. And that's not me, as you could tell. But if you see it's cheap, you could do a lot worse if you like these old school style platformers. Yeah, I'd recommend this game if you like this style of platforming and just a nice game. Definitely one I would recommend, especially if you have like younger-ish family members or relatives that want to get into gaming. This is a pretty simple game to understand, and the type of game where, like, if I had my cousins over and they wanted to play something, I might even give them this game to fool around in. It's not hard to pick up, it's not hard to understand, and it's really just almost a one-button platformer so far. You just kind of jump with A. You open your map with minus, and it's really got that old school arcadey feel. Reminds me a little bit of like maybe even like a Qbert, not really Qbert, but that era. Just really polished. Jumping is a little sticky, but they were. It reminds me of like hitting the big buttons. No, that's probably the only thing I would say is make the jumping a little bit more responsive. Some of their introduction of different mechanics could use a little work, especially like how things interact, and how their physics work in future games, especially like how you don't move on the big ball on moving platforms. That took a little bit to understand. But other than that, those are very minor criticisms that just, make sense when you're making it. They're like, oh, maybe we should have introduced one more little tutorial there. But good game. I enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me on my Let's Try. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Like, subscribe. Share it out if you can. Check out my other videos, especially the Let's Tries and my Let's Plays. And, check out my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/Zarku. And have a great day. Thanks.